Welcome guys to another video where today we're at the Nordschleife for daily race C. This race just came out today since it's Monday. I think they get like cycled like every Monday. So yeah, nice race here. 50 minutes, around 50 minutes, 6 laps around here. Dynamic weather as you see here. A little bit of wet track here, so let me not spoil too much and let's get straight into the video. So here we are starting P3 here. Some of the guys in front, I think Ant in the Brazilian, he actually was 1 second faster in qualifying, but qualifying didn't really matter in this race. As we go into turn 1 here, pretty good launch from P4 there. And there goes the Porsche onto the inside there. He's actually going to make contact there, and he's going to slide there. We're going to make a little bit of contact with the BMW. We're going to try to go around the outside. That Porsche that started second, he went off the track. I think he made a little bit of contact with the BMW here. But here's where things get interesting. Now I kind of want to, be first by the end of this kind of section of track, because then I can just get clean air onto the Nordschleife. As now we're going to be dipping down the inside. The BMW, to be honest, was a little early on the brakes, but you see there the BMW now fighting for third there. He lost that position to the other BMW, which I think might be a good car around here. A lot of BMWs were used in this race. You can see here, that's not the first time we're going to see the Castrol car, as this section of the track is a little different from the GP layout there. As you saw, that hairpin kind of shortens it by a lot here, but also the chicane has been, it's a little like faster now. When I say faster, around third gear. I think usually you'd be taking it first or second gear with the normal chicane, but we're going to go onto the Nordschleife section leading the race. And there's us out in front. You're actually going to see we're going to run a little wide. Here's a BMW who's been in second place ever since we got past the other BMW who started, I think, at first place there. So as you can see here, we're just, trying to stay calm. This guy has been on my back bumper for almost half of the Nordschleife. And now we're going to be going wide again. I don't know if my tires are cold or I was just trying to adjust here. Or I definitely was feeling a little bit of pressure here. As now we're going to go onto my onboard here. I'm trying to stay to the left here just in case. I mean, usually you have to go all the way around the outside here. We're going to give him the space here. We're going to jump the curb, make a little bit of contact with him, and we're actually going to hit the guardrail there. That's going to cause damage to our rear left and rear bumper there. But luckily, the pole sitter there, right behind us, the BMW, he does not get past us. So, there's still a mistake there, but not as bad as it could have been. Definitely saved the car a little bit. Now, on the back straight, coming into this very fast left, right, and then a little bit of chicane here, we're actually approaching the main straight here, and you're gonna see here, I think it like turns, no, it doesn't turn. For me, like the sky like suddenly darkened. Yep, there we go. And I was like, oh shoot, rain's on the way. Because I checked the radar right when I was in that corner, and I saw a bunch of rain. Sadly, you can't check the radar in replay mode, but there was definitely rain on the way, and it was kind of like, ooh, is it going to be, because it looked like it was going to be kind of sprinkling, maybe not enough for wet tires, but I was like, I'll put on intermediates. And then you look at third place here. We're going to take a full tank of gas here. Third place, this relieved me so much here, as you're going to see he's going to be on the intermediate tires. I don't know why it didn't change, but the guy in front, he's on the intermediate tires, and we're actually going to rejoin here right in the middle of this pack. All of these guys around us, except for that one, I think there was a BMW, yeah, that BMW back there right behind the yellow Porsche there, he did not, all of them did not stop, so they're still on the slick tire with this rain coming in. Now it's still going to be a while, as we're actually going to, this Toyota, I don't know what was wrong with it. It was driving kind of slowly. I didn't know if it, like, if the wet tire, like if it was like a completely wet racetrack for him or whatnot, but he was going a little slowly here, and we're both going to run wide here. I'm on the intermediate tire, so I mean, at least I have an excuse, but a little weird. That was, I don't know why it was really slow there. That's really weird, but the intermediate tires actually handled pretty well. The soft tire, I mean, it handled like kind of like the soft tire, but just a little less grip. So riding on board with J-Dog here, look at the Porsche in front. Both the top two have not pit for did not pit for intermediate tires, and this track is extremely long, so it's very hard. Pit strategy is very hard here, but you're just about going to see him. He just about gets past. I don't know. There might have been a little bit of contact there. But we're not going to, it's not going to take us too long to get past us. We're just sliding. I don't know what was wrong with the Ferrari. Especially in qualifying, it was very slidey. I don't know if it was a physics update or what, but definitely felt a little slidey. And you can see here, we literally passed, I think he lets me go, which, you know, thank you, Porsche. I think he was actually, I think he started P2 in front of us in the race. So, you know, passing him again. But yeah, now you can see here, look at the J-Dog now trying to get past the Mercedes here. And yeah, just no grip with the slick tires and a lot more grip. And you're actually going to see these crashes there. He was ghosted on my screen. He wasn't like that, but still luckily made it past him this track. But you can definitely see the difference between the intermediates and dry tires, as now I think Ant, who's also on the intermediates, he's going to soon pass these guys too. Now here we are on lap 4 with the leader. I think J-Dog again here, as he's been dominating this race here, but these conditions were absolutely horrible here, as he's going to grab a little bit too much of the curb here, and he's actually going to spin around here. And we're just a couple 10 seconds there. I was like, yellow flags, that can't be a lap car, because this track is so long here. As you can see here, we're going to about to turn the corner here, and we're going to get right on his back bumper here. But I think his tires are so hot right now that he's just struggling for grip now. And we're just going to get past him on acceleration here. But yeah, if you look on the bottom left there, you can actually see the rain meter right next to all the tires, tire wear and stuff. If that thing gets above 2/3, that's around aquaplaning conditions. As you can see here, look at this. We are just absolutely struggling for grip here. But J-Dog still maintaining on the back here. I was around like 5 to 10 seconds behind him before this happened. But yeah, still a couple more laps to go. Now J-Dog is still chilling behind us here. He's actually maintaining a pretty good gap here. And look at us, Tokyo drifting it. It's not going to be long until we actually have, you know, our own little excursion here, as now he's getting even closer here. And just watch the car in this corner here. Yup. Very, very long pause there, but we crashed, causing us to get some front bumper damage, but luckily it's light damage, so it disappears. But Womp, who I think actually had a pit later, he was on the dry tire when everyone else was on the intermediates. He actually was in 3rd place, so good job to him. Let's get a replay of that. You're riding on board with me here, and you're gonna see here, watch my throttle here. You can actually hear it too. Yeah, it just, you know, it's very easy. I mean, even J-Dog was sliding around, I was sliding around. It was very torrential conditions here. But luckily, it was looking on the radar that there was going to be a break, or the rain was going to end pretty soon here. And then just a couple of corners later here, we're actually going to have another crash here. We're just going to slide off here, and then, yeah, just overcorrect it. That one was a little bit more obvious. But we're going to have to reverse here. Luckily, Womp, I think, was around 30 seconds behind us here. So luckily we had a little bit of breathing space, but definitely the win is maybe not going to happen. So yeah, just another mistake there. So here we are going to the revised section, and you're going to see here that I clearly forget that there's a hairpin here, and we go straight on. Usually, I was actually taking the correct line for the other layout, but we're not racing that layout this week. So, and then of course the barrier physics in this game is a little janky, so we had to reverse like 2 times there. And we get front bumper damage again, but I mean, we still had that breather space. Now I think the gap was around like 30 seconds between me and Womp, but yeah, just completely forgot about the layout change. Now, as we're getting closer to the final lap here, the main question was it a good idea to go on the dry tire? Because how it happened, I really wish there's a radar on this. Like, I could have shown it on the replay. How it worked was the rain moved right to left, and the right side, the east side of the Nordschleifer, is actually really dry right now. But this section, because it's so far west, it's still drying up. So at some parts of the east section, it's basically completely dry, which I'll show you later on in the lap. But you know, I thought our last hope was if J-Dog was going to pit for dry tires, which I knew he was probably too smart to do that. But yeah, just going on to the final lap, and you see Womp here, I think, has to make some fuel. We did have to fuel save a little bit. I don't think the BMW did. I think the BMW is not too bad in terms of fuel. I think it actually has better fuel mileage than the Ferrari, but we definitely had to fuel save a little bit just to make, because we pitted so early in the race to pit for intermediates. And just to show you how dry it is, look at the dry line forming right there. Look at, oh my gosh. If we just had one more lap, I think it could have definitely been dry conditions. But we are going to be rounding off the final corner into, well, not the final corner, but the final corner onto this very long straight here. This race was really fun. J-Dog, I mean, if he didn't crash, he would have definitely won. But I mean, everyone was crashing in this race. It was very crazy. As we actually get fastest sector there, I think we got those 3 in a row. But you know, we're not going to get the fastest lap because, you know, you can still see a little bit of spray. But look at the meter on the bottom left there. This part of the circuit was just rained on the longest. Like, this one was still being rained on while the east side was being completely dry. So very fun race. Congratulations to J-Dog for a very dominant win. I mean, he was definitely going to win the race, as we're just taking it quite conservative on these final corners. And you actually see, look at our fuel meter here. We actually quote-unquote run out of fuel. I think right now it turns to 0%. But yeah, I think we're going to get a personal best lap here. It's going to be 8:48. Very, you know, not very fast. I think qualifying was an 8, I think mine was an 8:10, so around 38 seconds off the pace in terms of wet conditions. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of nice being back, and I did not expect this. I was like, once I saw that the Nordschleifer was like an hour-long race, I was like, hell yeah, but I didn't expect it to be a wet one. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.